Well, welcome back to the channel, my friends, and today we are going to be checking out the brand new, I don't know how to pronounce this, Jomise, I'm not sure, A80 Pro Dual dash cam. And so this is a front and rear system that records in 4K, actually on both cameras. It was launched in 2025 and already has about, a 4.7 star rating from earlier reviewers. So, I'm going to say it's a packed camera with high-end features. It's got things like dual 4K recording, Sony Starvis 2, a low light sensor for night vision, Wi-Fi 6 connectivity, GPS logging, and a touchscreen interface, and also a 24/7 parking mode, which is not something that I'll be testing, but it has it. Anyways, I'll start with a quick spec overview, then we'll do an unboxing. And finally, we'll take this out for a drive, I guess, and look at some real footage while we talk about our thoughts. Let's just kind of delve into some of the specs of this new camera. So first off, like I said, dual 4K front and rear, so 3840 by 2160, Ultra HD recording on both cameras, which is actually pretty crazy. The front unit even uses a Starvis 2 low light sensor, so it has the ability to capture much better details on dark roads, tunnels, rainy nights, any kind of thing like that. So basically, you should expect pretty crisp, vivid video in pretty much all conditions. It has Ethernet connected rear cam, so unlike most dash cams that downgrade the rear cam footage, the actual A80 Pro uses a high-speed Ethernet cable for the rear unit, which means that the rear camera has its own processor handling video. So you really get true 4K on both cameras simultaneously. The cable itself provides a stable 20 plus megs or megabit transfer to ensure no lag or drop in quality. It also has Wi-Fi 6 connectivity, built-in 5 gigahertz for lightning fast wireless transfers. So in practice, they claim that you can send a full 4K video clip to your phone in about 6 seconds. With that, I don't think you'll be waiting around for your footage to be able to download to your device. Now, the front camera has a 3-inch IPS touch display with a super fast 0.2-second response time. Navigation through menus and reviewing clips on the unit itself should feel nice and smooth and lag-free. Again, we'll kind of take a look. And even if you're not super techie, it's a very easy to use dash cam based on the videos I've seen. Now, they say this is an easy 3-minute install. Well, setup is designed to be simple. With the rear camera, it comes with a 360-degree adjustable mount, and you can attach everything without any tools. I'm not going to really mount that rear camera in the rear. I'll put it in the front just so we can get an idea. But 3 minutes, maybe, we do have to wire it up. If you're someone that wants to tuck it in and make it all pretty, probably not 3 minutes. Safety feature wise, it does include a built-in GPS for speed, location stamping. Plus, it comes with a G sensor that auto locks footage on impact. So that means if you have a sudden brake or collision, the relevant video is protected from being overridden. Now, there's also a continuous loop feature, so it can keep recording by overwriting old files. Pretty standard, those ones, on most actual dash cams. It also has that 24/7 parking mode. So the A80 Pro supports this, and in this mode, it records in time lapse when the car is parked, so it can catch hit and run incidents or vandalism. And if the G sensor detects any impact while the car is actually parked, it will automatically save that clip. Storage wise, it is capable of supporting 1 terabyte, but it does only come with a 64 gig card. You should be able to record just hours and hours worth of footage. If you want to look at warranty, this is backed with a 18-month warranty for those that want to make sure that they have a year and a half, I guess. Then you have it with this one. If any of you have any experience with them, please leave a comment below. And as a quick side note, the package should, as we'll see, include everything you need. We will take a look at what comes in the package right now. All right, so this is the box here. Again, Jomise, I don't know. Anyways, dash camera. Is it important? No, just know how to spell it because that's, learn how to follow my link, I guess. I'll have that down there below. If it was like Gary's dash cam, I would be able to pronounce it, but it's not. Anyways, this box, it's a nice box. Again, that's not necessarily something that overly matters, but it's a good retail type box. And in here, prevent the app connection failure. So it gives you a little bit of a overview of certain things that you want to make sure that you're doing. So I appreciate it's laid out lovely. Look at that. Nice A80 Pro user manual. Lets you see customer service. That's a wonderful manual. Just that layout. Look at that. That's excellent. Be nice if the screen was actually that big, you know. Wi-Fi connection guide, hardware kit guide, installation videos. Well done. How to connect, download the app. Excellent. This is a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know what this is. Must be something. Does it say? It's got to say. Oh, it says that. Oh, these are. So you would put these on the window. So you stick these on the window so that if, instead of sticking the camera directly to the windshield, you put this on the windshield with sticks, and then you put the camera on this that sticks. So they give you a whole bunch of those. So, okay, that's cool. I appreciate when you give me more. Here's your camera. I'm just going to put that off to the side. And, of course, here is the box of goodies. Box of goodies, yes? So in here, we are going to get some more stuff. Scan the Amazon shopping app to learn more. Okay. Clean and cloth. This is going to be, I would say, for your rear camera. So yes, one cable, which is great, but realize you still, that's that 3-minute thing. Yes, you could run it there, but you're going to have a cable just out and about in your car. But if you really want to make it look pretty, not 3 minutes. Let's be honest. This is your 12-volt USB, so that's going to go to your front camera. This is your tuck-in thing, so you can tuck your cables into all your spots. Rear camera, yes, and all your little adhesives for sticking this wherever. And then the front unit looks like it has some size. Yeah, there it is right there. So it does have a bunch of little stickers. Make sure you take those off. Okay, it's actually a decent size, screen on the back. It's not quite what they show in the manual, but it's a good size for sure. There's going to be your power, so your USB-C there. This is where you're going to put your micro SD card. So does this just pop out? Yep, that just pops out. Does it have the SD card in it already? Yes, it does. So the card is already in there. Voila. Yep, 64 gig. It's a Lexar. I'm sure it's just a cheap Lexar, but it is a Lexar. So that's good. It's a nice branded card. I appreciate that. That's a good size lens on the front as well. 4K, again, front and rear. And this is all your buttons. So you are going to mount it, of course, this way, right? So however that you want to mount that. This is that little sticker that pulls off, so it does stick on there. Okay. And, of course, all your buttons on the bottom. All right. So anyways, I'm going to go mount this in the car, and then we're going to come back and talk about it after I go for a ride, just to see what the footage looks like. Now we're back. So let's talk about performance. So I actually mounted the A80 Pro on the windshield and took it out for some drives, during the day, at night, city streets, highways, etc., etc., etc. So as I talk about them, I'll try to overlay some actual footage from the dash cam so you can actually see what it captured during those times. In regards to daytime driving on bright sunny roads, the video I would say is extremely sharp. You can clearly read distant street signs and license plates on cars ahead. The colors in the footage look pretty natural. The sky isn't blown out. And the wide field of view, which is about 180 degrees, really captures the whole scene. Now, the rear camera's 4K video is also quite detailed, and it's actually considerably better than standard 1080p rear cams, which is what you would get normally. And you can see that in the daytime footage. It's actually quite excellent. Now, after dusk, that Starvis 2 low light sensor definitely kicks in. So you'll see that even under streetlights and dark areas, the image actually stays pretty bright, and it's bright enough to see detail. Other cars, their brake lights, license plates are still visible. The image didn't go completely dark, which is a huge win. And when it was in that dusk mode, the footage was very usable with very limited noise. Now, the rear camera, again, 4K, which also performed very well during both day and night. And it's actually quite remarkable how clean and clear that rear view actually is, even though I had a pointed front. You can actually make out, again, all kinds of details in all the vehicles, which I would think that Ethernet connection really definitely helps to help it move that amount of data back and forth. And most, I want to say, dual cam systems out there, that rear camera usually suffers quite a bit. It suffers during day and it suffers horribly at night. So I think this one actually is a huge win. So in regards to the app, without showing you, the app is fine. You know, if you're someone that's capable of moving around apps, you should have no issues moving around this app. I did try and download a clip or two from the actual dash cam to my phone, and I would say that it's pretty much exactly what they kind of said in regards to speed between the two devices. Fast, as fast as you can expect a dash cam to send footage to your phone, but you know, nothing that I would complain about. And in comparison to any other dash cam that I've previously used, I would definitely say that that transfer was probably one of the quickest ones that I've seen, especially for the fact that it's moving 4K footage. So I think that's actually really good. Now on the camera itself, menu navigation and playback on that screen, really smooth. They say they have a 0.2 second response, so you can definitely see that. The physical install, again, just like most dash cams, very straightforward. I didn't really use that long rear cable because of its length, because I just had it in the front, but 18 feet, 18 feet. So unless your vehicle is longer, you should be good. Once turned on, the dash cam started recording immediately. It started logging GPS data, which showed your speed, showed your route information. Now, one thing to mention is the camera does have a super capacitor instead of a battery, which does mean better heat tolerance for summers. So you shouldn't be afraid of like fire risks if it's sitting in a hot car. And you can also toggle that motion detection on or off if required. You know, to recap this camera, by looking at some of this 4K footage, you can definitely see the detail that it's providing, plus that nice wide angle, which I think is really important in a dash cam. You know, a lot of these clips demonstrate, again, their low light performance out of this camera. Again, you should still be able to read signs and see building outlines, etc., etc. And again, with some of this footage overlaid, you should again be able to see how this camera actually does in low light. Both day and night rear views, surprisingly clear, thanks to that dedicated processor. Now, through all these tests, the footage quality and the feature set actually matched a lot of what the listing said. It actually does deliver nice, sharp 4K video on both cameras, and I think the user experience in general is actually quite good. Is this a cheap dash camera? Well, no, it's considered a top tier dash cam for drivers who want comprehensive protection. You know, it is very feature rich. Unlike a lot of cameras that only have maybe one 4K camera and another 1080, doesn't have fast data transfer, doesn't have full-time parking surveillance, and it doesn't have that new Starvis 2 sensor for night recording. You have to really kind of think what price point and what level of protection you actually want. So if you are shopping for a high-end dash camera, I definitely think this one deserves a look. It's definitely more premium than a budget model that's out there. But again, like I said, you get 4K and 4K from both cameras, and you get little extras like the GPS and a bit longer warranty, right? Most of them are 12 months. This one gives you 18. Anyways, you know, that's it for this video. I think this camera will be the camera that I actually keep in my car, because I have an older dual cam setup that just puts out 1080 and 1080. So this is a nice little upgrade to 4K and 4K. That's it for me today. I will leave links below if you guys are interested in this camera at all. And that's all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you fine folks next video. Later.